What is up, my buttery biscuits? In today's video, we're going to be talking about every single time Mikayla Nogueria has been caught lying for a sponsorship or just in general on TikTok. Now, I just want to let you guys know I did not come up with all of these things on my own. I saw this TikTok of kind of like a compilation of the things that she had lied about, and I was like, wait, I never seen this one. I never seen this one. And I was like a little bit like mind blown by this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's been caught like multiple times now on sponsorships and just in general lying. And I'm like, y'all, I just want to say sometimes I wonder what it is about people that like why you even feel the need to lie. Like, I just don't get it. You know what's so crazy is I feel like I've been ridiculed so many times because obviously I'm so transparent with my whole life and everything on social media. Y'all can, you know what's so funny? There was this one person before that I was on live and I was opening up about like me being on EBT, and someone's like, please shut up. Like, I don't know why you're trying to say that. Like, you ain't even on EBT. Like, I don't know why you think that's funny or like you think that's relatable. And I bust out my EBT card. I said, don't play me. Literally, don't play me. I am not joking. I am not lying. I'm being so for real. I literally popped out my wallet, popped out my EBT card. I'm like, I am not playing. Like, why? Like, what? You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like people are not used to obviously that level of realness that I'm like, okay, yeah, I was on EBT and what? You know what I mean? Just in case you guys don't know what EBT is, it's kind of like a food stamp card. That's what it is here in California. I don't know about the other states. But I'm like, yo, I don't understand somebody like Mikayla specifically like why she lies about things. Do you know what I mean? I understood her whole story when it comes down into her voice, which I'm going to be playing all the TikToks, by the way, within today's video. I understand her story on that because she was insecure about her voice, and I totally get that. But even somebody like me, y'all know I have my insecurities. I literally sit here and say, damn, I look so busted today. Or I'll be like, oh my gosh, don't judge me on my reading. I hate reading out loud when I'm reading a full article, like all these things. But I feel like at the end of the day, like if you're just kind of like, okay, just being straight up with it, it is what it is. We're all different. We all have our insecurities, and just own them. Do you know what I mean? Also, I do want to say before jumping into this video and getting down into like the nitty gritty of all of her lies, if you guys have not seen my previous videos about Mikayla before, I personally find it very frustrating when it comes down to her sponsorship specifically. It really irks me because y'all, I've said this before as somebody who, y'all, I have been filming videos in my room for years now. I've been filming them in my garage now. Like, it has been my dream to just own a home. I am somebody that could literally sell out and be like, y'all, I feel like you guys would understand if I sold out. Do you know what I mean? If like Neutrogena hit me up and was like, hey, we're gonna offer you $500,000 to say this product is the best thing ever and it's life changing, I feel like you guys are gonna understand at the end of the day, like, okay, he's taking $500,000 because that's life changing to him. I feel like people like Mikayla who are super rich, I have heard before online that her house was like 3 point something million dollars, and I'm like, whoa, like she does not need all of these sponsorships. You know what I mean? I know at the end of the day, obviously she has to provide for her family, she has to like pay her bills. I get that. But I've said before in previous videos, she is at a level in her career and her position on social media to pick and choose what sponsorship she wants to take. Say, for example, we have this lip oil right here that's from like LA Girl Cosmetics or something, or City Color Cosmetics, right? And then we have this Rem lip oil right here. If this company goes and hits me up and says, you know what, I'm going to send you $25,000 to do a promotion for this, obviously I can take that. Or Rem can hit me up and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to send you $10,000 for this promotion. I'm going to take this one because I like this one better. Do you know what I mean? And obviously at the end of the day, losing out on that money is not going to really affect her like that. But holding down your integrity really is what matters. It's going to keep you going for life. I feel like when you're young like her, I want to say she's like 24 or 25, you still have so many more years left on social media and within the beauty space. And if you sit here and burn all your bridges and get caught lying so many times, people are obviously going to like lose trust in you and stop watching you and just like look at you as like the new version of Jaclyn Hill, you know? And I just think that that really sucks because in my personal opinion, I like Mikayla. I think she's entertaining. I've said it before. I know a lot of you guys disagree with me. I read the comments, y'all. Like on the past couple videos that I made about Mikayla, people are like, side-eyeing you for liking Mikayla. And I'm like, I just feel like she's entertaining. I feel like she could be really cool. I just don't like this side of her that lies. And I'm like, y'all, like looking at all these videos of her lying, I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was that much. I just thought it was like the whole voice thing and like the beauty essence thing. And like, what was the other one? The Lashgate drama thing. Do you know what I mean? Which, oh my gosh, don't get me started on the Lashgate drama. Please don't. I feel like the Lashgate drama is equivalent to that like blue and black dress. You know how everyone online's like, oh my gosh, no, it's white and gold. No, it's blue and black. And then Mikayla's over here like, no, I'm not wearing falsies. And everyone else is like, yes, you are. And she's like, no, I'm not. It's like, girl. And then you have a portion of the internet's like, no, she's not wearing falsies. She's totally not wearing falsies. I'm like, I have way more eyelashes than Mikayla. Literally, they're not like curled right now, so don't pay attention to them. But when I curled them and did my review, it did not make any more lashes grow out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. Anyway, so we're going to be going over a full list of all the times that Mikayla was caught lying. Low-key, this video is really shady, but I was like, whoa, this is kind of crazy. I do want to say this, though, also, before getting into this video. I do think that people can change. I really do think that, say, for example, if she did get called out so many times for lying, I really do think that, hey, maybe one day she will eventually change. There is also this other thing right now that's going on the internet right now, or TikTok, I should say, not the internet, where everyone's calling her out, and she actually turned off the comments to her video because she was kind of going in on Wayne Goss. And I want to say specifically, I feel like that's her overcompensating for the lies. If you guys have not seen what I'm talking about, basically she was doing a review of like, or not a review, a first impressions try on of beauty products that she hasn't tried before. And she was going in on some Wayne Goss products that's like weren't made for what she was looking for. It's kind of like me trying like a super matte foundation. I'm not going to like a super matte foundation. And then me just going in on it when it's like, I don't like super matte foundations. I like more of a satin or dewy type of finish. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, this type of product is not what you're used to. Obviously it's meant to be a little bit more on the natural side, and she's used to something that's a little bit more on the dramatic side. Do you know what I mean? And she was going in on Wayne Goss, and y'all, people were getting really, really mad at her. And in my personal opinion, I feel like that's her overcompensating for all the times that she lies. I feel like that's her right there saying like, oh my gosh, no, look, I'm real. I keep it real about products. And it's like, I don't know. But any which way, I do have to say, obviously, she's probably having a difficult time right now because she's like, wait, people are calling me a liar. And then some people are saying that I'm too real. Which is it? And it's like, I don't know. It came across to me as in like, oh, I've been caught lying so many times, so let me just go in on these products. That's just my opinion. Anyways, y'all, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to, I did create a channel for my podcast. It'll be linked down below. Go show some love over there. I haven't uploaded yet, but I will as soon as I get to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys get that to 1,000, and then I'll be uploading on there pretty soon. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, the very first TikTok I want to talk about right here is actually of her whole voice. Now, if you guys have not heard before, she did have a completely different voice, and she had said before, because she did go to school, and I want to say that she went to school for radio, so she did change up her voice because people had said like, your voice is a little bit rough, you need to change it up. I have to say, before even showing you guys this TikTok, I understand how the beginning of your career on social media, your voice can change. And I want to say this because y'all, I look back on my older videos and I'm like, whoa. But also too, I do want to say this too, when it comes down to me, y'all, my videos are like 8 years old, so obviously my voice changed. And on top of that too, in the first like, I want to say maybe like the first 6 months of filming, I felt so awkward, so weird, so uncomfortable. I'm like, y'all, let me not look at the camera. It's just weird. Do you know what I mean? So my voice was different because I was like, oh, this is so awkward. And I'm like shy. Do you know what I mean? Even though I'm not shy in person, but I'm shy to like a camera just sitting here. So I do want to say I understand her whole voice thing. And I feel like she got so much heat for that too. And I'm like, I kind of get it. Obviously, she knows that her voice, you know, is this type of way. And maybe she's insecure about it. So she's going to change it up. Like, you know what I want to say too before showing you the TikTok? Do you guys feel like all the Kardashians' voices are like real? Because sometimes I feel like they try to talk in like a sexy type of way. Or like Paris Hilton, for example. Y'all, if you guys watch Paris Hilton, I just watched her show, well, 2 episodes of her show on Peacock. I forget what it's called. And I'm like, y'all, there's some times where she's talking one certain way and her voice is like, oh, hi, and like this. And then out of nowhere, it gets really deep. And I'm like, whoa, which is it? It's like a light switch. You know what I mean? So I do understand how people can change their voices. But anyways, go ahead and check out this first TikTok right here of where Mikayla was caught lying.
Do you guys remember Mikayla Nogueria's voice before her fake accent?
To figure out how to cover it up? Watch this. I've been able to trick people into thinking I have no acne at all with these 3 products. First, Exuviance Radiance Serum. This stuff is sticky as hell, and that's what you need for your foundation to stick. Next, Milk Hydro Grip Primer.
As y'all can see from right there, obviously her voice has changed drastically, but I don't know, that doesn't really bother me. And honestly, like looking at it, I'm like, I totally do understand it. I do feel like in the beginning of my social media career, I did have a different tone of voice only because I was so uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? And on top of that too, you're kind of like insecure in the fact of like, how are people going to perceive this? If I'm my like loud self, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, is he like aggressive or this or that? Do you know what I mean? So you try to give a little bit of a watered down version of yourself. Whether she went to school for radio or not, I don't really know, but honestly, her changing up her voice doesn't bother me in the slightest bit. I don't think that right there kind of like, you know, makes her a big old liar. I feel like obviously if you guys have done social media before, you guys know it could be a little bit awkward and you could overthink it a little bit and change up some things, you know? Like sometimes I'll watch back my videos and I'll be like, why did I say that instead of saying that? Because in real life, I'd have been like, bitch this and bitch that. You know what I mean? So I do get it, but that doesn't really bother me. Anyways, I want to let you guys know that I'm not going in chronological order. I'm kind of just going in like the order of which I saved them on TikTok. I just started going through them all and I was like, whoa. So the next up on the list is probably the most famous, which if you guys did not know, I'm sure everyone knows about this. I feel like this had like billions of views on TikTok. Mikayla did a sponsorship for L'Oreal Telescopic Lift right here. If you guys have not seen my recent video about Trisha Paytas and Mikayla Nogueria, Trisha Paytas had Daus Mendoza on her podcast, and he's is friends. Well, I say friends like lightly in my personal opinion. I feel like they're just kind of like mutuals. Do you know what I mean? And they collab with each other to grow their channels. I don't really look at them as kind of like friends. I don't know why. I just feel like they're kind of like, oh, let's collab together, you know? But Trisha Paytas put Mikayla on blast and was like, did she tell you the truth about the mascara? Was she wearing falsies? And he said that Mikayla said, oh, I really wasn't. I swear I wasn't wearing falsies. And I'm like, this is bullshit. That's how I know. That's how I know they're not real friends, because anybody who can like look at Mikayla knows that she was wearing a falsie. And I just get so heated about this situation because I'm like, there is no way in hell that she is not wearing a false lash. I'm like, it bothers me so much because I'm like, let's just keep it real here, girl. Like, look, let's keep it real too, in the aspect of obviously she can't say the truth now because she's in too deep. And on top of that too, if it is like, if it comes out that she did lie, then she could probably get in big trouble from the FTC. So I think that's why she's kind of like going with her lie. But I'm like, girl, you're sitting over here telling your friends, no, I really wasn't wearing a falsie. Bullshit, girl. Bullshit. But anyways, go ahead and check out this TikTok.
Look how long and lengthened my lashes look.
This literally just changed my life. This looks like false. This is how? What? It's this L'Oreal telescopic lift. Look at the wand. Okay, so basically I'm taking the curved side and I'm going root to tip and I'm satin to coat the lashes. And then once you've done that, you flip the brush to the side and you use the hook comb to basically separate. This is one coat. Okay, I'm gonna add a second. Look at the length. Do you see that? I am speechless, and I'm not sure anyone's gonna ever be able to compete with this.
Okay, I just want to know your guys' honest opinion. Do you guys see a false lash or not? I really don't want to talk about that video for so long because I swear I get so heated that I'm like, I have been in the beauty industry for so, y'all, I started doing makeup when I was 17 years old. I started working at MAC when I was 20. I'm like, I have been in the beauty industry for so long that I'm like, I know a lash, and it is my opinion that she probably just like put a couple individuals underneath her lash and blended them in with the mascara. That's just my opinion because obviously that looks the most natural. I don't know if you guys have ever put a individual lash underneath your lashes. It looks really, really natural. That's what I think she did, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you cannot convince me otherwise that that is not a lash. I'm just like, nope, 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 nope. I don't care if it's individuals. I don't know. It's something, y'all, in my opinion. Speaking of mascaras though, this is the new one to me, and this is where I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this video because oh my gosh, she has like lied so many times. She did a sponsored post for Charlotte Tilbury of like how she would do her makeup going to the Met Gala, and she used this mascara and she said that she loved it. And then later on, she's doing a full face of products that she hates, and she says that she does not like the mascara that she was in a sponsored video for. I'm like, Mikayla, girl. Like, she did say, you guys will see within her TikTok, she will say, you know what, I used to really like this, but then it's like bleeding all over the place and blah, 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 and I found better. And it's kind of like, okay, that makes perfect sense, y'all. Like, me with foundations, y'all know for so long I have loved the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Recently I've been more into the Rem Sweetener Foundation, right? So sometimes things do come along that grasp your attention more, or like you end up liking more. I totally get that. But you did this sponsored post, and then now you're doing a full face of makeup you hate. It's kind of like, what? Like, where's the sense of that? Like, I'm sorry, but you're not going to see me in a video with Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk saying I hate the product. Do you know what I mean? Unless maybe I got like laser skin resurfacing like procedure, and then like, I don't know, it just like goes away on my skin or something. Obviously I would explain the reason as to what it is, but I'm just like, girl, you loved it then. Like, this product is not just going to be like bleeding or doing this or this out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, you obviously knew how the product worked before you did the sponsorship. But anyways, go ahead and check out this Charlotte Tilbury lie.
This is how I would do my makeup for the Met Gala. I'm adding the color Chameleon and Pillow Talk in the inner corner. For the lashes, I'm using the Pillow Talk push-up lashes in the beautiful Dream Pop color. I love how it pairs with the eyeshadow. Welcome to the fourth and final part of a full face of makeup I hate. I actually really like this mascara, but it bleeds like a bitch. Your under eye's raccoon at the end of the day, which sucks. And the wand can be a little tough to work with. It used to be one of my favorites, but I've found better.
As y'all can see from right there, she's saying that she likes the mascara, and then all of a sudden, it's in her full face of makeup that she hates. I don't know, just things like that. I'm like, girl. And on top of that too, I'm sure that there are so many other mascaras that she just doesn't like out there that I'm like, but look, she makes so many makeup videos a day, she probably doesn't remember which product she talks about. And on top of that too, I feel like she takes so many sponsorships, which, hey, good for her for getting those opportunities. But then it's just kind of like, girl, you end up looking a little bit dumb because there are people out there who track everything. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if these things were not brought to my attention, I probably would notice. Like, just keeping it real, the one that I obviously noticed on my own because it was just so blatant was the whole L'Oreal situation. I was like, girl, you are literally shitting in my mouth right now and telling me it's chocolate cake. Like, there's just no way that this is real. Do you know what I mean? But another one right here that I do want to talk about, y'all, and I did make a video about this, is she just recently did her most, I'm not going to play like a TikTok of this, I'm just going to show you guys in the corner. She just recently did her collection with P. Louise, and y'all, they were doing swatches of the palette and they were already pre-swatched onto the arm, and the way they edited the finger over it to make it look like they were like one swipe swatches is a lie. I don't know if Mikayla did this herself. I can't tell if this is her finger or her arm. I don't know who did this, but it was posted on Mikayla's TikTok, so do take that in. And I'm like, y'all, this is just so messed up right here, because I really do feel like this is deceiving to your customers out there. They're like looking at this and they're like, wait, this is so beautiful, oh my gosh, look how they swatch. I know that there's so many people out there that are like, who cares about a swatch? But obviously when it comes down to shimmer, it's like you already have the shimmer on here and then you're going over it, you're gonna make it look way more pigmented than it really is. Do you know what I mean? And that's where I just get a little bit like, I don't know, like I get a little irritated because there are people out there who are gullible, who are not going to notice that these are pre-swatched, you know? And I think that that's just messed up. The very last one on the list I have talked about before and I have made videos of before. She did a Essence Beauty review of a new foundation of theirs as well as their concealer. She did say within that TikTok that she didn't really care for the concealer. She said that she would pass on it because it's not enough coverage. And she did say that she did put on 2 layers of it. And then she proceeds like 7 months later, 8 months later to do a sponsorship with Essence Beauty and says that the concealer is amazing and full coverage. I'm like, girl, you literally just said right before that you had to use two swipes of it. You had to like double up on it. You had to build it up and it still wasn't enough coverage. And all of a sudden it's full coverage. Like, which one is it? Anyways, go ahead and check this out.
All right, so now I'm going to try this concealer. See if it's any good. First impression, it feels pretty creamy on the skin. It's blending out just fine, to be honest. I'm going to set it with powder. I think the concealer is fine. I wouldn't like be running to get it because I like a little more coverage with my concealer. You can kind of see a little bit of darkness still coming through, even though I did 2 layers. So far, I'm really liking how the foundation is sitting on my skin. Let me finish the face. Okay, for $6.99, I would definitely use the foundation again. I will say if my skin was extra dry that day, I would not use this. But my skin is, you know, well hydrated today, and so it worked out. For the concealer, I'm going to pass. I think it's just like a whatever concealer. It didn't cover what I like concealer to cover. And it's just like, whatever. There's way better affordable concealers, in my opinion, so. I'm going to prove to you that even if you use one of the most affordable makeup brands, Essence, you can achieve a look that looks just as good, if not better, than high-end makeup. Now I'm going to go in with the Keep Me Covered concealer. This is full coverage. Look at my skin.
So there you have it, y'all. That is all the times that Mikayla has been caught lying that I found. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. I'm probably like missing some, but those are the ones that I have seen and that were so blatant. You know what I mean? That I'm like, okay, girl, you're literally pissing on our leg and telling us it's raining. Because I'm so sorry, when it comes down to the whole situation with Essence Beauty, it's like just in the beginning of the year, you did this review and you said that it's not enough coverage and that you had to build it up twice. You put on 2 layers of it and then all of a sudden it's full coverage because you're getting paid for it. I'm just like, oh gosh. I understand at the end of the day, beauty influencers need to make money. Influencers in general need to make money. But I want to say this again, and I know that I've repeated this so many times in several different videos. When you're like someone of Mikayla's stature, being that you are literally the most followed beauty influencer on TikTok, you have the best opportunities. You can work with any brand that you like. So why do you just sell out for anything? Do you know what I mean? I feel like at the end of the day, if she did not like this Essence Beauty concealer, she could have told the brand, hey, I'll go ahead and do this collaboration because I do love the primer and I do love the lip oil and I do love the foundation, but I can't do the concealer because I don't like it. Why can't you just say that? Do you know what I mean? Brands are going to be receptive to that because you're still using all their other products. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I'm super curious what you guys think about this whole thing and what do you guys think about Mikayla. I do want to end this video on this note. I think that people can learn, change, and grow, and I really do hope the best for Mikayla, and I really do hope that she does learn. Girl, it is not worth selling out your integrity and your honesty for a coin, because at the end of the day, you have to think about your long-term career, and people that watch you now are going to stop watching you in the future, and then you're no longer going to get that bag. So you might as well just be honest and build that real core audience that trust you, so that way you can like make your career last forever. Do you know what I mean? That's just my thoughts and opinions on everything. So anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.